overhead topic. Kirtana, kindly read question number 1. Hope you are strong in basic concept material labor. Am I right? We are proceeding with overhead. Kindly read, Rahul.
PL Limited has 3 production departments, P1, P2, and P3, and 2 service departments, S1 and S2. The following data are extracted from the records of the company for the month of October 2020. Rents and rates 12,50,000, general lighting 1,50,000, indirect wages 3,75,000, power 5 lakh, depreciation on machinery 10 lakh, insurance of a machinery 4 lakh. Other information, particulars P1, P2, P3, S1 and S2. Direct wages 7 lakh 50, 5 lakh, 7 lakh 50 and 3 lakh 75,000 and 1 lakh 25,000. Horsepower of a machine use 60, 30, 50 and 10 S2 mil. Cost of a machinery 60 lakhs, a P2 80 lakhs, P3 100 lakhs, S1 5 lakh, S2 5 lakh. Floor space per square feet 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 2,000 and S2 is 500. Number of light points 10, 15, 20, 10 and 5. Production hours worked 6,225, 4,050 and 4,100. Expenses of service department of S1 and S2 are reapportioned as below. S1 20% on for P1, 30% on P2, 40% on P3, and S2 is 10%. S2 40% for P1, 20% to P2, 30% for P3, and 10% for S1. Required, compute the overhead absorption rate per production hour for each production department. And second, determine the total cost of product X, which is processed for manufacturing department P1, P2, and P3 for 5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours respectively, given that in direct material cost is 12,500 and direct labor cost is 7,500.
What is the specialty in this question, Kanna?
Service department.
Yes, Kanna. That's correct. Yes, tell. No issue.
Service department is providing a service to another service department.
Good. So, service department rendering services to production department as well as the another service department. So, our duty, we have to do reapportionment. Whenever you come across overhead, you have to remember the steps to solve overhead. We are having steps called collection, classification, allocation, apportionment, reapportionment, and recovery. These all the steps are there. Our object with respect to reapportionment is we have to transfer the service department expenses to production department. That is what our object. So here, how many service departments are there? In this problem, how many service departments are there? 2 service departments are there. The expenses of the service department you have to apportion to transfer to one production department. Before that, common expenses also available. Whenever you come across common expenses, you have to do apportionment. Whenever you come across specific expenses, you have to do allocation. That's why you have to remember the steps: collection, thereafter classification, allocation, apportionment, reapportionment, and recovery. So, based on the steps, you are going to solve the problem. Note it down. Steps to solve this problem. Steps to solve this particular problem. Steps to solve. Can we use the pen? No, that is better. Why pencil? Steps to solve overhead problem or this particular problem. Okay. First one, collection. Second, classification. allocation, apportionment, reapportionment, and recovery. These are all steps to solve the problem. Collection, classification, allocation, apportionment, reapportionment, and recovery. Allocation hyphen applicable only for specific expenses. So we have to identify what all the specific expenses are there in this problem. Okay. Second one, apportionment applicable only for common expenses. So our duty, we have to identify what are all the common expenses. Then reapportionment applicable only for service department. Recovery is equal to recovery rate per hour. Recovery is equal to recovery rate per hour. Formula for the recovery rate per hour is total overheads of production department. Total overheads of production department divided by number of hours. Total overheads of production department divided by number of hours is the recovery. These are all the various steps you have to remember to solve this problem. Okay, in the steps therinjada, we can solve the problem itself. Understood? Now, shall we go for solution part now? Solution polama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Kanna. Statement of allocation and apportionment. We have to do allocation and apportionment. Collected information available. Classification we know to do. There is no need for in this question any fixed cost, variable cost classification. So third step onwards, you have to have. What is the third step? Allocation. Allocation is only for
Specific expenses.
very good. And the next one is apportionment. The apportionment only for
Common expenses.
Common expenses. Now, so we have to prepare statement of allocation and apportionment. So, even though the statement is called the statement of allocation and apportionment, you know, financial statement, trading P&L account, balance sheet, notes forming fact of account, including cash flow statement is called the financial statement. Now, balance sheet, one side we are having assets, another side we are having liability. Is it possible for to say statement of assets and liability or statement balance sheet? Which one is correct answer?
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet na solano illaya. Same manner, P&L account, income and expenses, sales and expenses sollama, statement of sales and expenses, income expenses, or P&L account. We are having nomenclature is called P&L account. We are having nomenclature is called balance sheet. Same manner, that allocation and apportionment you can't say as it is. That allocation and apportionment is called primary distribution. So better you have to write what? Statement of primary distribution. Otherwise, the reduction in mark will be there in exam. Understood? You have to call it as a one statement of primary distribution. If at all you want for better understanding teaching purpose, you can note it down one. Primary distribution represent allocation and apportionment. Now got the idea or not?
Yes, sir.
So otherwise, reduction in mark, half mark to 1 mark, they'll raise in exam. Now we are going to see the primary distribution. Particulars. Basis of allocation. Okay, basis of apportionment. What all the departments are there? P1, P1, P2, P3 also there. P3. Next,
S1 and S2.
S1, S2, and the total. Okay. Now, P1, P2, P3 are called what department?
Production department.
Production department. S1 and S2 is called
Service department.
okay, called service department. Clear? Now, our duty, we have to identify the total expenses incurred for production department or service department. That is called primary distribution. Now, kindly refer the question. What are the first expenditure we come across? First and direct expenditure. Kindly read the question. What are the first expenses you come across? All the expenses you have to give the posting. What are the first expenses?
Rent rates.
Rent and rates. Okay. Before that, any rate expense is there? Chair.
Okay.
Rent and rate. What about the total rent and rate given in this question?
12,50,000.
12,50,000. Good. What are the next expenditure?
General lighting.
General lighting. Total expense, how much? Total column?
1,50,000.
1,50,000. Good. What are the next one?
Indirect wages.
Indirect wages. How much?
3,75,000. 3,75,000.
3,75,000. What are the next one?
Power.
Power.
5 lakh.
5 lakhs. What next?
Depreciation on machinery. 10 lakh.
10 lakhs. Next.
Insurance on machinery. 4 lakh.
Enakana?
Insurance of machinery.
Okay. Insurance. How many lakhs?
4 lakh.
4 lakhs.
That's it.
Anything else? That's all?
That's it.
Okay. Now, listen here. It's a common expenses or specific expenses?
Common.
Common, because incurred for all the departments total comes to this much. Am I right? Therefore, we have to do apportionment. If we want apportion, we need some ratio. Yeah. We have to share this expenses, rent and rate, for example, 12,50,000. That we have to share among P1, P2, P3, S1, S2, S3. Share pani kodukonu. Yeah. If you want apportion, we need some suitable basis, no? Some ratio we need. Yeah. Any ratio given in this question? Check it out. In what basis you have to apportion the rent and rate? Any suitable basis given?
Floor space is there.
Floor space.
Yeah, floor space. Who is a new person? Floor space. Okay. Based on floor space, you have to apportion. What about this floor space? What are the ratio? P1, P2, P3, S1, S2. What are the ratio?
20, 25, 30, 20. Oh, no, it's 500. 500. 20, 25.
You don't do any
30,
simplification.
20,
As it is also you can take. Okay.
2,000, 2,500. 3,000, 2,500.
Yeah, the same. In that ratio, 2,000 is to, if you don't want to simplify also, you can take as it is. You will get the correct answer. 2,000 is to 2,500. Anyway, calculator only going to do the work. By way of simplification, don't invite the complication. Other mistake pani tappa vitrada. So, apportion that ratio kanna. After all, you need a calculator to apportion. That's all. Apportion kanna.
First, P1 is 2,50,000, sir.
2,50,000. Good.
3,12,500.
3,12,500. Good.
3,75,000, sir.
375,000. Next.
2,50,000.
2,60,000 edagana. Next.
62,500.
Sir, 2,50,000, sir.
2,50,000 and
62,500.
62,500. Even if you commit the mistake, total won't tally, so that you can immediately verify. Kindly verify total check panungo. 12,50,000 tally edukka. So that immediate verification also over.
Yes, sir.
Okay, start it. Good. Then general lighting. In what basis that apportion the general lighting? We are having 1,50,000 incurred cost. Any suitable ratio for general lighting? Yes, light points given. That's all. Just choose the best answer only. Am I right? So the light point ratio, kindly apportion 1,50,000. You have to apportion based on light points.
$25,000, sir.
25,000.
37,500.
Good.
50,000.
50,000.
25,000.
25,000.
12,500.
Good. Next, what are the next one? Indirect wages. Indirect wages you have to apportion based on direct wages. What about the direct wages ratio? Apportion 3,70,000, the ratio of direct wages. Tuck.
1,12,500.
1,12,500.
75,000.
75,000. Okay.
1,12,500.
12,500.
56,250.
250.
18,750.
750. Okay. Total check 3,75,000 tally. Similarly, it's also tallied or not. 1,50,000 tallied. Good. Power. In what base you have apportion power?
Horsepower rate.
Horsepower consumption. What about the horsepower consumption? That ratio kindly apportion 5 lakhs. You have to apportion the ratio of horsepower utilization. How much can
It's 1,99,999. 2 lakhs சொல்லிக்கலாம் sir.
இல்ல அப்படி வராதுடா, ரவுண்டா தான் வரும். செக் பண்ணுங்க. கரெக்ட்டா இருந்தா செக் பண்ணுங்க. M+லாம் கரெக்ட்டா யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ரோனக் ட்ரை.
Sir, 2 lakhs, sir.
2 lakhs கரெக்ட்டா வருதா? 2 lakhs. Second one.
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Next.
167.
167. What? 1,000 அப்பா? 1,67,000.
Sorry, 1,66,667. Sir.
1,66,667. Okay.
33,333.
33,333. Am I right? Next, S2.
So no for S2, sir.
Check panilama. 2 lakh, 1 lakh, 5 lakhs. Tally. What is the next one? Depreciation. What base you apportion the depreciation?
Value of machines.
Yes. Value of machine. Apportion 10 lakhs on the basis of value as the machine kana. Apportion that ratio. Quick. The entire overhead calculation speed alone is important. You should have the control over the calculation. How much?
So 2,40,000.
2,40,000.
3,20,000.
3,20,000.
4 lakh.
4 lakhs.
20,000, sir.
20,000.
Again, same 20,000.
Comes to 10 lakh tally. Insurance. What base it apportion the insurance? Again, based on value of machine only. Am I right? Apportion based on value of machine.
So 96,000.
96,000.
1,28,000.
1,28,000.
1,60,000.
1,60,000.
8,000. 8,000.
1,60,000. Next. What now? 8,000 up. 8,000 and 8,000.
8,000.
Comes to 4 lakhs. Am I right? Good. All the expenses you have apportioned. Are you with me? In addition to that, we are having direct wages also. How much the direct wages, which is given in this question directly? P1's direct wages comes to how much?
7,50,000.
So direct wages won't come for production department, sir.
P1's direct wages comes to how much? 7 lakh?
7,50,000.
7,50,000. P2 comes to how much?
5 lakh.
5 lakhs. P3 comes to how much?
7,50,000.
7,50,000. S1 comes to how much?
3,75,000.
375,000. S2 comes to how much?
1,25,000.
1,25,000. Understood? Now, in case of allocation and apportionment, kindly listen. Direct wages, we are doing allocation. Am I right? Remaining things, we are doing apportionment. Clear? Direct wages directly given, therefore it's allocated expenses. Remaining thing is called apportionment. We are sharing the expenses. We are in which topic? We are in which topic?
Overhead.
Overhead. What do you mean by overhead?
Indirect expenses.
Collection of all indirect expenses are called overhead. So whenever you want to solve the indirect expenses, you have to remember the steps: collection, classification, allocation, apportion, reapportion, recovery, and all. Therefore, all these steps are applicable only for direct expenses or indirect expenses?
Indirect.
Indirect expenses. But direct wages is the direct expenses or indirect expenses?
Direct.
Direct.
Will it form part of this particular table?
Not for the production.
It is form part of this particular what chapter because
No,
you are
sir.
into overhead, therefore not possible. Are you able to follow or not? So direct wages is a directly incurred, direct indirect expenses, not form part of overhead because in the overhead represent indirect cost. But can you please tell me what is called indirect cost? The overhead
Directly
indirect cost
attributable.
indirectly helps you to produce a product. Clear? Costs which are directly attributable to produce a products are called direct cost. Costs which are indirectly helps you to produce a products are called
Indirect.
indirect cost. Am I right? So costs which are indirectly helps you to produce a products are called indirect cost. In that circumstance, can you please tell me direct wages of the production department P1 is directly attributable to produce a product or indirectly helps you to produce a product?
Directly.
Therefore, it's a direct cost or indirect cost.
Direct cost.
Therefore, not applicable. Am I right? Only indirect cost only you have to take. Similarly, direct wages of the production department P2 is directly attributable to produce a product or indirectly help you to produce a product.
Directly.
Therefore, it's a direct cost or indirect cost.
Direct cost.
Therefore, direct cost means not applicable. Are you able to understand? Direct wages of the production department P3 is directly attributable to produce a product or indirectly help you to produce the product.
Directly.
Therefore, it's a direct cost or indirect cost.
Direct cost.
Therefore, not applicable. Understand? But direct wages of the service department S1 is directly attributable to produce a product or indirectly help you to produce a product.
Indirectly.
Therefore, the direct cost, indirect cost.
Indirect cost.
Direct cost. All the service department are indirectly help you to produce a product. Therefore, all the service department costs are indirect costs only. Therefore, service department cost we have to consider. We should not consider production department. Understood logic behind the same?
Yes, sir.
So always direct material, direct wages or direct expenses for the production department we should not consider. We have to consider only service department alone. Any doubt of this stage?
No, sir.
So what about the total? 5 lakhs. Am I right?
5 lakhs.
Any difficulty?
No, sir.
No. Make it total. Check பண்றாங்க. Total for the total also you have to verify 41 lakhs 75,000. Yep.
Yes, sir.
P1, P2, P3, S1, S2 total comes to 41 lakhs 70,000. Similarly, total columns total 41 lakhs 70,000. Tallied no?
Yes, sir.
So you have completed one allocation plus apportionment. Am I right?
Yes.
Allocation plus apportionment is called one
Primary distribution.
primary distribution. Understood? With respect to primary distribution, we have to consider. We should not consider
Direct
any
cost of
direct
production.
expenses. Okay, it may be direct material or direct labor or direct wages. Okay, direct expenses we should not consider. But direct wages of the production department we should not consider. But all direct expenses of the service departments are indirect cost only. So that we have to consider. Any doubt up to this stage?
No, sir.
Can you copy quickly? Copy பண்ணியாச்சா போலாமா next இல்ல what do you want to copy?
No, sir.
Yes. உனக்கு copy எடுக்கணும் next போலாமா? Good. Now, can you note it down? Allocation plus apportionment is equal to, can you note it down? Allocation plus apportionment is equal to primary distribution. Okay. So you know steps to solve the problem: collection, classification, allocation, apportionment. What are the next one?
Reapportionment.
Reapportionment. Therefore, what could be the reapportionment is going to be called
Secondary distribution.
secondary distribution. In examination, sometimes they'll give prepare primary distribution or prepare secondary distribution. Student used to get the confusion. What is called secondary distribution or what is called primary distribution? Or they'll give the primary distribution is given in this question based on the create secondary distribution. So you should know what is called primary distribution. Allocation, apportionment given mean that is called primary distribution. Reapportionment record that is called what? Secondary distribution. Comfortable? Now, so reapportionment is called secondary distribution. Next, put it down. With respect to secondary distribution, there are three methods with respect to secondary distribution. Three methods are there for secondary distribution. First one, direct distribution method. Second one, stepladder method. Third one, reciprocal method. Direct distribution, stepladder, and reciprocal method. Understand? Note secondary distribution represent. Note secondary distribution represent transferring of service department expenses to what?
To production department.
Production department. Transferring of service department expenses to production department. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So, even in exam also, even in this question also, they won't specify which method is applicable. Am I right? I said three methods are there. What are all them?
Direct distribution, stepladder, and reciprocal.
But in examination, they won't specify the problem is based on direct distribution or stepladder or reciprocal. How to identify? If the service department renders services only to the production department, then we have to solve the problem by way of direct distribution method. Service department renders services only for production department. Then we have to solve it by way of direct distribution method. Second one, if one service department renders services to production department as well as another service department, whereas another service department renders services only to the production department. I'll repeat, one service department renders services to the production department as well as the another service department, whereas the another service department renders services only to the production department. Then we have to solve it by way of stepladder. The third method, reciprocal method. Am I right? Third method, both the service departments are render services to each other. Both the service departments are render services to each other. In the sense what? I also render service to you. You are also rendering services to me. Then it is called what? Reciprocal. Then both the service departments are render service to each other mean. Then we have to solve the problem by way of reciprocal method. Under reciprocal method, two techniques are there to solve the problem. Two techniques are there to solve the problem. One is simultaneous equation method. Another one is repeated distribution method. Simultaneous equation. Another one is repeated distribution method. Clear? So even in examination, they won't specify the problem. You have to solve it by way of direct distribution or stepladder method or reciprocal and reciprocal simultaneous equation or repeated distribution. It is our duty to identify. Clear? Adu therinjadhaan adutha step po mudiyum. Are you able to follow or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So we have to identify, then only we can start the problem. For that only I given service department render services only means only to the production mean direct distribution. Now kindly go through this problem. They are given last paragraph on box given. Service department S1 render services to P1, P2, P3 and S1. Am I right? What are the
Yes.
percentage they are render services? In what
10%.
percentage?
10%.
S1 has render services to P1 20%, P2 30%, P3 40%, and S2 10%. Am I right?
Yes.
Last paragraph. Similarly, S2 has render some services to P1 how much percentage?
40.
P2,
20.
P3,
30.
and S1
10.
10. Now if you are going to see, S1 has rendered some services to S2. Similarly, S2 also renders some services to S1. Am I right? S1 and S2 represent service department. Both the service departments are render services to each other or not?
Yes, sir.
Both the service departments are render service to each other. We have to solve the problem by way of which method?
Reciprocal method.
Reciprocal method. Therefore, this problem we have to solve only by way of
Reciprocal
method. Note it down. Note it down. Since both the service department within bracket S1 and S2, both the service department are render services to each other. Both the service departments are render services to each other. We have to solve the problem only by way of reciprocal method. Okay. Under reciprocal method, how many techniques are there?
2.
2 techniques. What are all them?
Simultaneous and
simultaneous equation, repeated distribution.
Repeated distribution.
2 techniques are there. Between 2 techniques, any one of the technique can apply. The question specifically says in the exam, solve the problem by way of simultaneous equation, then we have to solve only that method. Nothing is given mean it is our choice only. Either we can solve it by way of simultaneous equation or we can solve it by way of reciprocal method. Both the method going to be the same answer only. Understood? Clear? Both the techniques going to be the same answer only. Understood? Which technique you want? Any specific information is there simultaneously?
No, sir.
Nothing is specifically given. Check it up. Okay. They are not given which technique you have to adopt. So the problem itself silent, right? Which method also not given, which technique also not given. So we have only identified. So which technique you want? Simultaneous equation. So we have to solve the problem by way of simultaneous equation. Clear? Any you know the technique you can apply. Here we can get to solve the problem by way of simultaneous equation. So how to make use of simultaneous equation, that we are going to discuss in our next session. Happy up to this stage? Happy? So
yes.
Today's section you have learned what is called overhead, what are all the various steps are there to solve the problem. Based on the collection and the classification information are there. Allocation, apportion rule you have to do based on the problem. Allocation applicable only in case of specific expenses. Apportion arises only in case of common expenses. If you want to do the apportionment, we need suitable basis. We have come across some suitable basis. Rent means area in square meter. Depreciation means value of the asset. Clear? So indirect wages mean based on direct wages, based on suitable ratio at apportion. And with respect to allocation, any direct expenses of the production department not applicable. Only these departments expense only you have to take with respect to direct expense, because we are going to discuss only with respect to what? Indirect cost alone. Clear?